Today we are drawing Espeon, the sun Pokémon. Game Freak wants you to look at this thing and see a mystical, elegant feline oracle. But let's be entirely honest here for a second. This Pokémon doesn't exude majesty. It exudes the exact energy of a former gifted child who is currently experiencing profound burnout at the age of 23. As I start blocking out the rough sketch and the basic structural shapes, notice the posture. It sits completely upright, rigid, unblinking. That isn't regal grace. That is the posture of someone who just consumed their third iced latte on an empty stomach and is currently vibrating with unchecked anxiety. I'm sketching out these oversized ears and this weird, bulbous little head. Normal house cats are already incredibly arrogant and condescending. But you give a cat telekinesis and a massive superiority complex, and suddenly it looks less like a creature of myth. It looks more like a telepathic micromanaging supervisor who is severely disappointed that you haven't submitted your timesheets. Anyway, let's start moving into the clean line art phase here, and talk about this absolutely unhinged Pokédex lore. According to multiple official entries, Espeon uses the fine, velvety hair that covers its body to sense minute air currents. It supposedly uses that to perfectly predict its opponent's next move. Read that again. And then think about basic physics. Sensing a shift in the wind doesn't mean you can see the future, bro. If feeling a breeze made you clairvoyant, every local news meteorologist would be a lottery-winning billionaire by now. It's complete nonsense. Just a massive biological delusion. If a Machamp is aggressively winding up a dynamic punch, you don't need highly sensitive fur to predict what happens next. You just need working eyes, and a basic understanding that you are about to get legally reclassified as a stain on the pavement. Plus, imagine how overstimulating it must be to have your body hair constantly feeding you meteorological data. It's basically walking around with a permanent, full-body static shock. As I ink the line art for its split tail, let's really look at this design flaw. Why does it fork at the end like that? What possible evolutionary purpose does a split tail serve in the wild? It doesn't give it better aerodynamic balance. It doesn't help it hunt for food. It honestly just looks like a physical manifestation of severe split ends. Probably from the chronic stress of carrying the team through all those early game trainer battles. And then, I'm inking this red gem embedded right in the center of its forehead. They say this orb glows when it uses psychic power, and stores its mental energy. But realistically, having a dense mineral organically shoved into your frontal lobe, that's not a superpower. That is just a permanent, localized migraine. This poor thing isn't reading the cosmos. It's just trying to remember the password to its corporate email while fighting off a debilitating tension headache. Now that the line art is completely done, let's start laying down some flat colors. We are going with this incredibly pale, washed out lilac purple. Fans love to call it a beautiful, mystical lavender. But let's call it what it really is. It is the exact visual equivalent of a generic brand melatonin gummy. It's the color of a weighted blanket you buy online at 3 a.m. during a mental breakdown because you think it will fix your sleep schedule. I am filling in this flat purple. And honestly, it perfectly reflects Espeon's internal misery. Let's dive into how this thing actually comes to exist. It evolves from EV, but only when it reaches a maximum level of friendship with its trainer. During the day, think about the psychological toll of that specific requirement. EV is just a normal, blissfully ignorant little guy who likes to chase its own tail. But then it gets forced into mandatory team-building exercises in the blinding sunlight. smiling through the pain while its trainer feeds it dry poke blocks and rings a soothing bell at it. It is subjected to so much toxic positivity, so much forced corporate synergy, that its DNA literally mutates just to cope with the social anxiety. That isn't a miraculous evolution. That is a trauma response. It becomes a psychic type because it was forced to read the room so often it literally just learned to read minds. And being a psychic type in the Pokemon universe sounds cool, until you realize the horrifying implications. Espeon has hyperempathy. It can hear every single intrusive thought its trainer has, all day long. Imagine standing there trying to battle, and you have a 10-year-old's internal monologue about buying 75 Paralyze heals just living rent-free in your head. It's exhausting. It is the literal HR department of the Pokemon world, enduring the mental baggage of everyone around it without getting a single cent in overtime pay. I'm adding the shading under its chin and behind its absurdly large ears now. I want to make sure the shadows really emphasize how hollow and exhausted it feels on the inside. The gem gets a little bit of dark red shading, to really highlight the chronic inflammation. As we start moving into the final detailing, adding the highlights, the rim lighting, and some background elements, we absolutely have to talk about the harsh reality of using this creature in an actual video game. Espeon has a massive base special attack stat of 130, and an incredible base speed of 110. On paper, that sounds like an absolute powerhouse. A sleek, fast, unstoppable telekinetic assassin that controls the battlefield. In reality, Espeon isn't built different, bro. It is a glass cannon made entirely out of wet tissue paper. Its physical defense is base 60. 60. A gentle gust of wind will fold this thing in half. You send it out onto the field, looking all smug and superior with your highly educated cat. And then an overleveled raccoon with a bad attitude uses knock off. And this majestic oracle is instantly deleted from the current dimension. It just disintegrates. One shot by a creature that eats garbage out of a dumpster. So much for reading the air currents to predict the future. Didn't see that physical dark-type attack coming, did you? It is fundamentally incapable of taking a hit, which is absolutely hilarious for a Pokemon whose entire brand is built around having a massive brain. All that intelligence, all that foresight, and its skeletal structure is apparently made of uncooked spaghetti. The competitive scene loves to talk about its hidden ability. Magic Bounce. Magic Bounce essentially reflects any status moves or entry hazards back at the opponent. Which, if we're being entirely honest, is the ultimate passive-aggressive corporate defensive mechanism. It's just biological, reply all. Deflecting any real responsibility and bouncing the problem back to the sender so they don't have to deal with it. But even with Magic Bounce, it's still completely useless when a large bug uses U-turn and physically shatters its ribcage into a fine powder. It's frankly embarrassing. A tragic waste of a high-tier typing. I am adding the final bright highlights to its eyes here, giving it that signature soulless glare. Those aren't the eyes of a mystical companion. Those are the eyes of an employee who just watched their manager take credit for their 3-month project during a Zoom call. And there we have it. The finished masterpiece. A beautifully shaded, highly detailed monument to psychic burnout and physical fragility. Look at it. Sitting there, judging you while fully knowing it would lose a physical altercation with a mildly aggressive squirrel. It leaves us with a very deadpan, grounding philosophical takeaway. Being highly perceptive and seeing the future doesn't actually give you an advantage in life. It just means you get to see the inevitable disappointment coming way before everyone else does. And you still can't do absolutely anything to stop it. So, yeah. If you enjoyed watching me sketch and intellectually destroy this purple fraud, do the usual algorithm chores. Like the video. Leave a comment if you also suffer from stress-induced migraines. And subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. Or don't. I honestly already predicted you wouldn't. Goodbye.